Hi everyone, this is Clint from Persuasive Evangelism, and today we're going to talk about Pascal's Wager. I heard about this recently on a few YouTube channels I follow, including Capturing Christianity. They did a debate on it, so we'll go over what Pascal's Wager is, and but first we're going to go who is Pascal. So Blaise Pascal is a French theologian, mathematician, inventor. He was born in 1623, and he invented like one of the first calculators and did all this scientific theory and so on. He had a huge religious vision in 1654. He had some vision at night, and it changed his life, and he wrote down his vision on a piece of paper and kept it with him his whole life. He put the letter, he sewed it into one of his coat pockets. So whatever coat pocket he had that vision next to him, which is interesting. So it's kind of like some people wear crosses just to remind them of, how Jesus changed their life and so on. But he had that letter, that vision that he kept with him wherever he went. So he wrote a lot of Christian theology books, and he also, in one of the letters he wrote, he basically came up with what everyone calls Pascal's Wager. So we'll go over that. It can be really complicated with decision theory, probability, but the core of it's really basic. So let's go over what Pascal's Wager is. All right, so let's do Pascal's Wager. All right, so the wager is you either believe in God, basically become a Christian, or don't believe in God. An atheist. So those are the two decisions a person can be: either believe in God and become a Christian, or don't believe in God, an atheist. So some say if you don't believe in God and become an atheist, whatever you believe in, you're going to only have a finite, a few years in life before you die. So some people say, well, if you don't believe in God, you're going to have more fun because you can live sex, drugs, rock and roll lifestyle, and so on. And some say, oh, the Christians, you can't have as much fun, but that's debatable. So that's the first column. The next column is if God exists. So this column is God exists. So if you believe in God and Christian, and then for your temporary life here, and then in eternity, you will be in heaven, eternal, bliss, happiness, peace. But if you don't believe in God in this life here, you'll go to hell, and it's eternal separation from God. And then the next column is God doesn't exist. So if you believe in God and God doesn't exist, then when you die, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, non-existence. And then, but if you're an atheist and you don't believe in God, and then if God doesn't exist when you die, same thing. Doesn't matter, non-existence. So you believe in God in this life, and if God exists, heaven, eternal bliss. If you don't believe in God in this life, and then when you die, hell, eternal separation. And then both of them, whether you believe in God or don't believe in God, and if God doesn't exist, doesn't matter, non-existent, doesn't matter, non-existence. So Pascal is saying this is the wager you're doing. So you're wagering eternal being in heaven, eternally being close to God, or hell, eternal separation. So he's saying the best choice is to believe in God and be a Christian, to go to heaven and be with God, because if the atheist is right, there is no God, then it doesn't really matter, non-existence. But if the Christian is right and there is a God, then the atheist will be eternally separated. So that's the basics of Pascal's wager. And then it can get a lot more complicated, as I said, with decision theory and probabilities and all that. But this is the basis of it. So that's it. So that's Pascal's wager. He died when he was 39. So I guess we all have to think about, whether we, believe in God or don't, because we're only here temporarily, and so this is the wager. But that's it. Everyone have a good day, and it's actually Easter today, so happy Easter. We celebrate that Jesus Christ died and was resurrected, which is the whole basis of Christianity. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day. Bye.